Hi, I'm Trinity Infinity, and you're watching Orgasm Central TV. Mhm. So I originally got started shortly after I turned 18. I kind of dabbled for a little bit with like camming, and I did a little bit of fetish modeling. And then I stopped for a few years because I was dating a partner who was not supportive of my decisions to do adult work. And obviously that didn't work out. And then in 2018, I was working at a hotel and I didn't like what I was doing there. I had already kind of done some of my phone sex stuff as like a side hustle, and I knew I could make good money at it, but I wasn't really like ready to make that full plunge yet. And eventually I just said, fuck it. And I left the housekeeping job and I decided that I wanted to go into adult work full time. I think what I love most about it is the freedom that it gives me. Like, I have a lot of freedom to be able to do what I want when I want. I don't like answering to a boss. I don't like working a 9 to 5. I like being able to make my own schedule and be in charge of what I do. It gives me a lot of autonomy. I would also say that the financial freedom that it's given me is amazing because I was in generational poverty, and this is the thing that's like broken that cycle. The thing that I love least about it is the inconsistency. It's the trade-off. On the one hand, I love the freedom, but on the other hand, it's wildly inconsistent at times. So, uh, being able to be prepared for those inconsistencies and the ups and downs of when people are more active and engaging versus not is a little bit challenging. I would say that my favorite scene that I've shot so far was a promotional video I did for Spank Match. I got to do this really amazing hardcore scene with my partner, Brad Bentley, and it was just a cinematic masterpiece. Like the way that we shot it, how well it came out, and the end result was perfect. And it was a little taboo. It was a stepbrother, stepsister kind of role play thing. The unfortunate thing is, I'm not surprised, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually more, because that's only accounting for the adult entertainers and sex workers who responded to this survey. So there's a whole swath, I'm sure, that were not accounted for necessarily in those statistics. So it's probably even more than we would know that are facing some kind of financial and banking discrimination. And I think it's absolutely ridiculous and absurd. Like, I think that that's one of the other things that I would say that I probably like least about this job is the societal stigma and the fact that people who are consenting adults are being discriminated against financially. I think being active in, your local politics and making sure that like you're stopping bills that prevent sex workers and adults from being able to do things consensually, supporting sex workers financially, like whether that means subscribing to our pay sites, buying our content, engaging with us at conventions. And if you're someone who doesn't like adult work, if you're someone who's not into what we do, just know that like adults don't want like minors involved in this stuff either, and we're on the same side in that regard. And also just kind of like leave us alone. If you're not into what we do and you don't think that what we do is moral or okay, then live and let live. I think that that's the biggest thing. So either support us or tolerate us and don't try and infiltrate our spaces and make it difficult for us to live, because it's already hard enough as it is. Um, So, like you said in the beginning, I seem so nice and I give off a very bubbly vibe, but I think that that's what kind of translates with my air of dominance. I mean, I can do switchy stuff sometimes too, and I'm very fetish friendly, but ultimately, I love to be dominant. I love to be in control. I love to, engage in very weird fetishes, anything obscure, like the weirder, the wilder, the more out there, I'm into it. And my hair is definitely like my biggest thing. It's looking more red right now because of the lighting, but it's actually more of like a pink magenta color. So that's the thing I consistently get the most compliments and the most comments on is I love your pink hair. Oh, it's such a tough question. I see myself being more awesome and amazing than I already am. Uh, Exploring more of what fabulous Las Vegas has to offer, making more hot content, collaborating with other DOMs and industry people to do more fun double DOM fetish kind of content. Uh, that's I think hopefully at some point in there buying a house. That's a goal I've had for a long time is I'm saving up for a house currently. So yeah, I think that that's where I'd like to be at.